Hey, hey, we're live. Yes. Woohoo! It is Monday. It's not often I go live on Monday. At least not anymore. But I've got some fun stuff to share. So I'm going to let Facebook do its thing. Share away. If everything's going well, this should be going live to YouTube as well as Facebook. So if you don't realize, you're watching MOTU Joe live doing some crazy fun unboxing. Yes, Jason, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. This is going to be crazy fun. Two of these items are they're hard to find. I've been looking for them for quite some time, and I'm geeked on how they came to be, or at least how I got them in my possession. And it's local. When I say local, I mean Facebook local ties and connections. So let's see here. It looks like I've got a warning message. Hold on a second. Let me read what's saying. It looks like it's working. Looks like Facebook's working. Yeah, looks like streaming, Facebook Mixer, real time. Looks like it's working. It says it's working. It says it's working. So it doesn't look like YouTube's connecting, but it's connected to Facebook. So that's what's up. We're gonna be awesome. All right. I didn't have a cold can of Mountain Dew, but I brought a glass. Hey, it is live. That's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that action figure, Phil. This is hard to tell if it goes to YouTube sometimes, so I'm glad it's streaming there. Show us the crazy. All right. You guys ready? So that box, as I alluded to earlier, is a tease. It's a tease. I'm going to show you what's in it, but first we're going to have a little Vanna White moment. Mm-hmm. And no, I'm not as pretty as Vanna White, but we are going to have the prizes come in. So bear with me. We'll rotate this around just a little bit to get to the doorway. We'll angle the camera down just a hair. We're gonna go get it. Here we go. I don't have any good crazy theme music. Oh, but I got a crazy excited me. Oh, 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 oh. Bam! Look at that! Oh! I have the camera at a weird angle because it's still low, so I can't tell how bad the reflection is. But look at that! Okay, I'll sit back down. No, what do I need? Oh, my daughter brought in the phone for me, which is very kind. Thank you. This is crazy. Jeremy, oh my gosh, I'm missing all the comments. I am so sorry. Okay. Here, so now I'm seated. I think you guys can see it a little bit. I think you saw it earlier. Yeah, that was good enough. Oh, man. There's stuff inside. Woo! Let's see what we got. Let's pull out a piece of vintage. Let's do this. No spoilers. Haven't seen this season. Nice, Jeremy. Orlando, what's up, bud? Okay. This is an odd piece. I don't think it's officially He-Man. I couldn't find literature on it. I found websites saying this is what it is, but I didn't see any like kids menus. I didn't see any identifiers that actually say that this is Masters of the Universe. So it's a little bit of a chance. It might be considered knockoff. I don't know. But let's make sure Yeah. Yeah. It says. Boy, I'm getting old. Ready? It's from the Roy Rogers restaurants. It says Marriott 1986. Marriott Corporation 1986. So hopefully the light adjusts. Oh, come on, camera. Let me get out of the... What did it do it a second ago? It... Back of it. Let's see if you can get it, if I can get it to focus on. There it goes. It says Roy Rogers. He's got a mustache. So again, not sure if it's a legit thing, but it's listed as so from Roy Rogers restaurants from back in the day, 1986. It's probably a knockoff. It was pretty inexpensive, so I said, WTH, let's do it, and I did. All right, Keelan, you will be surprised when you see what's in the big box. Be safe. Hope you have a good evening. All right, this is some more vintage. I think this is... I didn't even notice this when it came in the mail. This is how I got it, but I didn't even look at the back. How cool is that? That's awesome. Because those aren't actually stickers. They're just cardboard. Or is that the actual sticker? Oh, that might have actually been the sticker. Yeah, that was actually the sticker. Eh. I will do my best to hit everybody's comments back after this. Miles. All right. Justin, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for tuning in. I love this stuff. This is so cool. All right, we got just a little eBay note, I think. This is an eBay purchase. Yep. Okie dokie. Oh, that's pretty cool. Brian O turned me onto this, and I pulled the trigger. I got it. It's been sitting here for, I don't know, about a week or so. Nothing on the back. Absolutely nothing on the back. So it's one of those rubberized ones, so there's a little bit of flex in it. It's from 2003. It's trademarked. What is the company that made this, though? Normally you can see like a company stamp, some way to know who made this, who put it out. But I don't see any identifier on here that clearly says what company put it out. No idea. So if someone has any information on this one, please let the groups know. Send me a message, PM. Let me know. But pretty cool. Neat. Sealed. In box. And I can actually put this in arm's reach to where I've got some other stuff. So that one's awesome. Vintage. Back to vintage. Woo! This one's taped up good. Grandpa's knife. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes. Yep. Justin, yep. We carry a 2XLT. This is Eternal Lion, part of the Ken Coleman collection. Ken's an amazing artist that mixes all sorts of medium, digital, real world, 3D. He's spectacular what he does. This is one of his designs. It's available through Retro Rags Limited, and we do offer 2XL. We carry actually up to 6XL standard sizes, and I think 3XLT. We do offer youth sizes, and we can't even special order stuff. So there's only been one request I haven't been able to meet t-shirt wise, and that was a specific 6XLT. I could not find that particular one, but other than that, I've been able to pretty much accommodate most people's requests. So sorry to diverge from that. Anyway, vintage. What's up, Cal? Oh, these are way cool. ho. They're all the same. 1976 fabric prints. That's what this is on. Now that's the material. That this obviously wasn't done in 1976 because this didn't exist in 1976. These are iron-on transfers, vintage iron-on transfers, and oh my gosh, the camera does a fantastic job with you being able to see it because it's actually harder to see than what this looks like. Not one, not two, or three, or four, but five. This is so cool. I've had some of these in the past, not this particular one. I've had some other ones. Martin. Oh, Martin. The relationship with Retro Rags and Rancid is Toys connection. Lars and I became friends through some toys. A friend of mine, Jeremy DeWitt, good follower, Podcasters of the Universe, check him out. Is a local artist that does some of the designs here. I was looking at some stuff and I was like, wow, that's a really cool design that he had done for the Bay Area and Stomper with the Oakland A's. And I thought, oh my God, this just screams, screams Snout Spout. Let's do a mashup. I did it. I sent it off to him. He loved it. And one thing led to another, and we're doing a series of shirts. So currently you saw Stomper. The one that's currently available is, I misspoke there. Previously you saw Stomper. Currently what's available is Karak Newell, which is our tribute to Scare Glow. It glows in the dark. Ah! How freaking cool. It's a mashup, obviously, to the Rancid song Hooligans. So it all ties back in together. They have a lot of skeleton reference. It's a perfect mashup. So hopefully that's a little, I don't digress too far. I hope it's still, you guys are relevant and tied in with what we're talking about for He-Man stuff. But love it. It's a really cool little fun thing. And go check them out. Retro Eggs Limited. So those are the 6 that I have. The 5 that I have. It's a very, very, very cool piece. I'll let a couple of them go. You guys can reach out, and there are a couple that are already spoken for. So don't be surprised if it's a no, because I tend to get a lot of asks. But like I said, a couple are already spoken for. What else do we have? Let's do a little bit of new. I think this is new. Before we get to one more item in there. So, as I open this, now you know what? I'm gonna wait to start that story because it's gonna all come together. Like I told you, there's a full circle here with this. Yeah, this is the new one. I thought so. So this is Buzz Off, which again, I got this a while ago. I'm just getting around to opening it now. Hopefully, we can get not a bad glare. So, out of the whole Vinyl Pop series, I am missing Freddy's, both the Freddy's, Skelly and He-Man, and She-Ra. I believe there probably is a variant somewhere I'm not thinking of, but I believe those are the 3 I'm missing. I'm just not prepared to spend $250 on a Funko. Maybe when I strike it rich someday, but $20, $30, okay, I can justify it. So this is pretty cool. Rumored to be the last He-Man Funko. I don't know if anyone can verify that, but it's cool. Okay, there's more. All right, let me see if I missed any questions. Are you collecting vintage Filmation from Super 7? Yes. Phil, I collect everything that comes out. So if it has the He-Man logo on it, I pick it up. So here you've got the Super 7s. I've got all of them back over here. And including up top, we've got the Filmations. In the other room are the Ultimates, right, or whatever they call them. So they're all here. The one I am missing was the I had missed one by a week. Somehow I just lost track of it. To be fair, they keep putting these things out to where it's very difficult to try to keep up with it and pay for it. So I flip stuff, right? I find things, I try to sell them and help cover the cost. So the Hero, Eldor, and that particular set, I didn't get. I ordered them. I have them now coming, but I missed them for whatever reason. So those are what I was missing. Zachary, what did I miss? Oh my gosh, I'm missing so many comments, and I can't scroll backwards on this. Ah! It's tough, Martin. I'm pretty much there. What I'm about to unveil, including this cart here, there isn't room. There really isn't room at this moment. So things are going in. I'm starting to do a very careful selection of what comes in and what comes out. So far, very little has come out. I've figured out how to make it work. I've actually figured out how to make what's behind me go up even a little higher, even though I'm all the way to the ceiling. So that means I'm incorporating the ceiling next. I figured out a way to do reaction figures on a ceiling without jeopardizing the integrity of the card. I don't know what gravity will do over a very long period of time, but we're going to give it a shot and see. I'll watch it closely. I'm in here every week, so that's about it. Yeah, Martin, that's that's a slippery slope. Yes, I've thought about it, but boy, that's there are organizations out there, so like, you've got PowerCon and He-Man.org, right? So that's its own thing, and that's its entity and an entity of itself. That could very well organize or orchestrate something. There's Power and Honor Foundation; they could easily orchestrate something. In my dreams, in pipe dreams, I have a vision of a museum. Yes, it's a crazy, crazy, crazy idea. That, to be fair, crazier things have happened. It just would take an exorbitant amount of money to bring that reality or that vision to reality, and I'm just not there. And on a very, very, very quick ROI basis to even approach some friends and people that I know that are investors to try to pull something off, there's no quick feasible ROI. That all changes next year, so who knows? And what I'm alluding to next year or the year after is the movie, right? So if that movie comes out and it's abysmal, that's going to be, we're going to be locked into the fan base that we have for quite some time. It's not going to really grow too much until that becomes the next cult classic another 10 years later down the road or something like that. If so, who the heck knows, but whatever. All right, I'm yammering. Oh, sorry, Zachary. All right. Mike, what's up, bud? What else is in? One last time for those that didn't see it. And I'm going to give credit right now because this is it. Joey P came up to my place. This is a cool echo effect. I like it. We only live a couple hours apart. He drove up, hung out, spent the afternoon with my family up here at the house. Got to hang out with his wife and kids. My wife and kids hung out. It was cool. It was a beautiful weekend. It was one of the first ones that we had. And he knew that I had wanted this and been looking for this, and he was just kind of running out of space. He does all sorts of toy lines, G.I. Joe and whatnot, and that's kind of what brought it together. So this next little story and chain of events all kind of stems from G.I. Joe and the friends and the community that people form. And I know this is a little cheesy and a little cliche, but this, the toy box I just showed you, and what's in here stemmed from G.I. Joe. I've mentioned him in videos before, and he's mentioned me plenty, is Justice Curry. We did a lot of G.I. Joe stuff a few years ago, and I went down to what was called the Midwest Meetup. And that's where a lot of these Facebook groups that are G.I. Joe related kind of started to spawn and spread out and I guess we will call them mature to some degree. The people that I met there, I was the kind of like the lone He-Man guy, but I wasn't. More and more, then we're like, oh yeah, He-Man, oh yeah, He-Man, this, and then it started to blur a little bit, and then you started getting these awesome connections. So Joey at the time lived on the West Coast. I think he lived in Washington. Flew his crazy trip, got delayed, got this crazy thing, jumped in a car, drove 6 hours, and made it there like the night of. It was crazy. So that's the first time I met Joey. I'm like, this guy's dedicated. This is crazy. Then he moves to Michigan, actually moves to Indiana, and he winds up within like the first week. He goes, hey, look what I found. It's this cart in Michigan. I'm in Michigan. How did I miss this thing? So it comes full circle. It came back, and here it is. Randy, what's up, bud? Ow! My friend, look. I keep it in here. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall. Yeah! I keep it in here. So, Randy, you're in Indiana. That's awesome. So there's one other piece. So a lot of us flip, and Joey flips too. But he was like, hey, I got this awesome deal. Look at this. What do you think? I'm like, oh my God, buy. He hooked me up. He's like, here you go, man. This is crazy. For having all the stuff that I have, all those MOCs and whatnot, I know there's a horrible glare. It's hard to see some of it. But all of that stuff, I don't have all of the figures mint on card. I have all of them loose, but I don't have... actually, it's not true. I don't have the laser lights loose. I have Skeletor in package, and I don't have a He-Man at the moment. But speaking of not having some of the MOCs, I did not have Man-at-Arms. I did not have a Man-at-Arms MOC! This is so cool! See, we got an autograph. He signed that. It looks like Tom Cook signed that in 2013 at Emerald City Comic Con. So yes, it's yellowed. It's the 12 back. Yes, there looks like there's some water damage down here or whatever. I don't care. I'm not a meticulous. I'm not like, I've got to be mint. I have nothing wrong with that. I don't care if you grade. That's amazing. The people like Edward Flores, their collection is spectacular. Talk about a museum. That's like museum. That's awe-dropping. Like, I have volume. He has beauty. You know what I mean? There's a little difference with that. So, yeah. But anyway, I have a mint on card, Man-at-Arms. I'm, again, Joey P. hooking it up. Awesome. Vaughn, Mike, what up, man? Joey, you're on. That's good. Sorry, I'm reading the catch, trying to see the comments. Yeah, there's a signature on it. Tom Cook, Filmation animator, was there. A few credit. I don't remember actually the tenure that he was there, but yeah, pretty cool. Got an autograph. I met him a couple times too, at conventions. I am parched. Before we go to the big box, little big box. Someday, to be sponsored by Mountain Dew would be amazing. Oh, the wife's closing the door. I must be loud. I know I'm loud. Oh, it's so good. It is absolutely horrible for you. I mean, there are way things worse than that, but oh my gosh, it's so good. All right. Yeah, Phil. I having it. I don't care. I just had the conversation earlier with Keelan, and it was like, you know, I don't care if it's yellow. I mean, if it's, you can't see the figure, that's one thing, okay? Like I said, within reason. If the thing is falling off the card, now that's a really expensive, that's a very nice mint figure at that point. But if the card's intact, if it's wavy, if it was folded over, I don't care. If the blister's intact, even if there's a crack, a tiny crack, right? Like I have right now, my Mechanic is not perfect. I'll replace him at some point. A mouse actually bit a hole through the corner and chewed his toe. Like there's no way you can get your finger in there unless you know the plastic break apart. But that's my Mechanic for right now. I'll replace him. Who cares? But yeah, no kidding, Sean. That'd be great. Not enough following for that. Share the video. Help do the do for me. All right. So we're going to be really honest. This is huge. This is great. It's going to be difficult to show it all. So I'm going to try to figure out the best way to angle this. And we're just probably going to do piece at a time. All right. So let's start. Continuing with the story. Teaser. This also came from the Midwest meetup. 3 years ago, so to speak. This came from Mr. Rob Ross. Rob Ross is very well known in the G.I. Joe community. I just saw a statement or a quote or something recently. He's over 300 and something auctions, 350 some auctions. He does all sorts of live auctions. Big toy guy, okay? He happened to reach out to me about 3 weeks ago or whatever and was like, hey, you interested in this? I'm like, yes. Couldn't hit the buy now button. He even had other stuff there that I couldn't afford. The matching shelf to go to that rolling cart was there. But, I mean, 3 years ago, two complete different, and he's in Bolivar. So, I mean, this isn't anywhere close to us. This is an amazing community that has spanned from Washington to Kokomo, Indiana, to Michigan, and other people as well, off to the East Coast and down south to California. It's just a great, they're all connected, I guess. And I know it's a cliche, kind of cheesy moment, but I'm very appreciative of the time that I got to spend with those people. I got to meet those people, and we've done deals in the past, and this is just another little connection in that. So, Joe, what's up, bud? Yes, I did get a good deal on it. Scare Glow. No, it's not a Scare Glow. The closest thing I have to Scare Glow is the Rancid shirt right now that we put out through Retro Regs Limited. I don't know why, but I think of pennies, nickels, quarters, dime. Look at that, man. Look at that go! It's not centered. Totally not centered. Look at that thing. Way not centered. But it rolls. Look at the bearings on that bad boy. Power sword. This is the one flaw. These are solid tires. They are not air tires. So they're solid rubber tires. So in theory, they're supposed to last pretty much forever unless they get dry rot. That got dry rot. But I don't care. They made all sorts of these bikes back in the day. So finding a replacement wheel is plausible. And when I do, it's fine. But until the meantime, it acts as a very good rest. So it doesn't want to roll. It'll just stay where I put it. So I'm not going to go crazy OCD like I typically do cleaning this, but I am going to have a really good time cleaning every other part of this bike. Thanks, Charles. Like I said, if put yourself out there, right? I do these videos because I like to share, it's a release. I don't do as many of them. It's probably because things are somewhat less stressful at times. My job is much better now. So, but doing these things is somewhat therapeutic, and I do enjoy sharing the stuff. And I said this to somebody. I said this actually to Justice, and there's a lot of truth to it, right? Because there's feedback now, I enjoy it more, right? I will put tutorials out on how to fix things and stuff like that. If nobody ever responded to those, I don't care. I would put that out there because I liked it. It was enjoyable. I love the tinker. And if it can be helpful to somebody, great. These are kind of a hybrid. As the fans have started watching and more people I connect with, I do like to do it because of the connection with them. And without as much connection, maybe I wouldn't do as many of them. I don't know. But because of you guys, because of the fun, because of the banter, I love to share. I love to have these conversations and do these fun unboxings. And I appreciate your guys sharing time with me. So let's keep digging. Let's show. As Brian O explained to me through an admin chat through Evo, this is the double frame. Apparently, there's a single tube frame of this. And what's interesting about this particular style bike, outside of the fact that, yes, the card is intact, the plastic and sticker is intact on both sides, the top is not attached. It's not welded there, nor is it welded here. You can see the front wheel goes up and through. And then, of course, try to get the angle there. Battle Cycle by Murray. Thanks, Al. And thank you again for the hookup. I hope you actually. I don't know if you received those items. I think I sent them to your house. But look at the thing. All right, so there's more. There is a part of this that just blew me away. I was so surprised. I didn't know. There's the hardware, the semi-banana seat, coolio. The chain guard I know I have to do a little bit of attention, pay a little attention to, but I wrapped this, okay, see, the sticker is starting to peel off, but see how the paper is still there? And this is still intact? I can use a 3M foam adhesive, and I can carefully basically brush this back in place, and brush this and tack this back in place. It'll be restored at that point, but I can't have this hanging off like this. It's going to tear and rip off, but at least it's there. Backside, got some cobwebs. But that's still not the crazy part. That's not the part that really surprised me. I don't know if I've seen these bikes a lot of different times. I probably saw this and I just forgot. I don't know. But this is the last part of the bike. And I've seen the picture of this countless times. I mean, I've wanted this bike for years now. I ran around the upstairs of my house going, "Oh, I'm going to get you, Skeletor!" Because of that. Could you imagine being a kid driving around the neighborhood with that on your screen? Well, targets and... Ow! It's so damn awesome! Oh, this is cool. I'm going to have a lot of fun restoring this. There is a debate, Damo, are there two different colors, a yellow and a red? So really, are there four different bikes? Are there a double tube, single tube, a red and a yellow? Holy H, if that's the case, even though they're variants and you want to get all the bikes for the crazy collectors like me, museum or whatever it may be, that's 4 bikes just for one style. We did the count. There's 8. There's 8. So there's 2 versions of the Italian version, of the Italian cycle. So that one's I think that they call it the junior, which is more of the 12-year-old, 10-year-old, something like that, 8-year-old. Then there's the junior, or the mini, which is, and I may be saying the wrong term with that, but there's a smaller version of that. Same thing, same style, same everything, except it doesn't have double brakes, just has the one rear brake because it's a smaller bike. So there's two versions there. There's at least, we're just going to say, two versions of the Murray bike. That's 4. There's a Canadian version of a bike that has more like motorcycle plastic features on it, almost like a gas tank and rear fenders. It looks kind of like a dirt bike. So it's 5. Then you've got the Minicicleta, which is a Brazilian pedal push bike, and you've got the two power wheels, the big wheels. I always forget what their actual titles are, but the Road Ripper is one of them, and the other one is like the Blaster Hawk. I forget which one it is, or Mighty Cycle. This is the Battle Cycle. That's the Mighty Cycle. So that's 8, right? And if there's 2 more versions of the Murray, that puts it at 10 bikes. That's a lot of bikes, spanning all sorts of years too. And I mean, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know where the heck I'm gonna put all of it, but I want it all someday. Track it down, find it. So massive thank you to Rob, to Joey for the incredible hookup. It's spectacular. Thank you so much for your help with this, finding these items. Thank you much for shipping. And those that don't think it's possible, it's possible. This bike, I don't talk numbers very often, but this only cost $30. That doesn't count the shipping, the cost of materials, because I know Rob was hooking that up. I actually sent 50, but $30. I looked at the label. It's all it cost. Insured to ship a bike in a box that big, USPS ground. So it doesn't hurt to ask. People will make deals. People will do stuff, and reach out. Try to connect to somebody online. Most of the time, the community is great. You'll have more often than not, you're gonna have a good time. So I'm gonna sign off. I've rambled on for I don't even know how long now, almost 40 minutes. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. For those of you that are going to watch this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button down below. It'd be great. Help the channel grow a little bit. Those of you that have been following on Facebook, I really appreciate it. Thank you again. MOTU Joe, obviously, is the name. Retro Eggs Limited is the company that puts out things like this. It's also my hobby. It's my company. I work with local artists, like I mentioned earlier, like Ken Coleman and Jeremy DeWitt, and a whole slew of others, Ren McKenzie. I know I'm missing all sorts of names, and I apologize for those. I'm just doing a quick one, Emil and Roger and more. Thank you all for your support with that. And that's it. Send me a message. Send me any comments that you have. Let me know if there's anything that you're looking for. I am going to be unloading some 2000X stuff. I have a bunch of doubles of. So if anyone's looking for that, you can send me a message and we'll see what we can do. Other than that, thank you again for tuning in. Have a great rest of your week. Be safe. Tune in next week. And don't forget, every Saturday morning on Retro Eggs Limited Facebook page is the Saturday Morning Serial, where we sit down, watch some cartoons from 1989 or older over a bowl of cereal. MOTU Joe, signing off as I drop my transfers. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.